some closing words, Rupert, so I'll let you take over from here.
Yes, just one final point. I think the audience needs to understand that the presentations and participating in this symposium was done with the backdrop of the busiest week of the year for pretty well all our panelists, except for Drew and Rick, I guess. And we are very, very grateful that you took the time to put all your presentations together and were able to confirm turning up today. So particular thanks for doing that at such a busy time for you. In any event, Marilyn, please, could you close us off appropriately and beautifully, as you always do?
Okay, according to the agenda, we're finished. 2 o'clock. I thank you for the opportunity to participate. Listening is one of the most important roles that one can be given the responsibility to do. You know, in a Shinaabic way, I listened very quietly and took in the science paper method that you talked about for the last few hours. And, you know, when you talk about the drought, how we know about the drought, that the women's carry the water bundles, the water knowledge. For me, I knew that there was a drought here 5 years ago, living out on the island. And we got that knowledge from when the ice becomes that honeycomb and the early spring break of the rebirth of the water. Our water songs are sung in such a high tone that the refurbishing and revisiting those messages that the water spirits carry. We sit and listen during that time. So the tinkling of the honeycomb and the winds that come through the pine tree should be exactly in tone, but they're not. They weren't, and I'm sure that they will be this winter. The pine trees lost almost a half an octave difference. And I thought, like, I know I'm old and I know my hearing isn't always 100%. And it took me a couple of days to understand, you know, the trees are telling me something. So I went up on the side of the house here, and pine trees give me a beautiful shelter. So I took a spade. Now this is the end of March, early April. Ground should still be frozen. And I could dig the ground through that mushy snow, just like it was the middle of summer. The next winter and early spring, the same thing. So our relationships, the lands and waters, also have a technology that wasn't quite shared today, but it certainly would be an opportunity. And all the diversions of water that you're speaking about, the management, the reconstructing, moving things to have this and have that. In our family history, Capreol family, great-grandfather Frederick Chase Capreol, back in the 1870s or so, put before the Commission of Ontario the process or the possibility of the Huron-Ontario Canal. Had that ever passed through legislation at that time, I wouldn't even know what we would be talking about, either through cultural awareness or scientific awareness, something to think about. We have those papers from the architect of what it would do. And they're quite amazing. Maybe that's something, Rupert, you and I can have a tea over one day. So looking through the two-wide system, this gathering has been tremendous. It's fed many thoughts, and it will continue to feed many more as we leave one another until the next gathering. In our language, we have words, we don't have words that have been brought here to the shores of the people. So we improvise by trying to share in the best way that we know how. We have no word for goodbye because we did not ever understand what goodbye was. We understood transition, whether it be here, on this side of the earth, or in the next place. We simply say and acknowledge, Wabamin Bamon Pi. And that simply means until the next time. We invite Bezgoji, who is a horse. And the horse is the caretaker of family. So I am asking Bezgoji to take good blessings to your homes, to your families, and to the children, the ones that are not here yet. And always remember the ancestors and the knowledge that they gave us from 2 levels. And with that, my dear friends, it was an absolute honor to sit and visit with you. The next time we'll probably be sitting for days on end. And Rupert, miigwech, 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 miigwech. Oh.
Thank you so much, Marilyn. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.